don't want to tell the narcissist, like, stop putting me down to the children, because what they take that is like, found a way to piss them off. And we don't want to give them more information of what pisses us off. If anything, we want to do the opposite. Like, we're totally unaffected. Say whatever you want to the kids. Don't care at all. Say whatever you want to them. Not like they're going to believe you, right? We are in the power of control now. We are in the power position, okay? We are reversing this role dynamic. That's not them, it's us. So we don't care what they say to the kids. When it comes to how you handle the children, that's where we have control. We don't have control over how the narcissist talks. We don't give it any attention or energy, because any attention or energy is supply to them. Positive, supply. Negative, supply. Apathy is the death of a narcissist. We are indifferent. We are apathetic. We don't give up. Okay, do you understand? Now, when it comes to the children, if it were me, and my son said something like, Mom, you know, Daddy said this about you. Or like say like, well, he says you just like left our family, or you never loved me. Whatever. I don't know. I'm making something up. I would ask him, like, I would kind of have an open dialogue with my son. I wouldn't try and like put an opinion on him. I would see how he feels about that. I'd be like, how did that feel to hear? You know, or like, or maybe I would try and name some emotions, kind of help my son understand emotional intelligence, right? Like, wow, that must have been hurtful for you to hear. Or was that scary? Like, say like, Dad says you're gonna leave us and abandon us. Like, oh my gosh, like was that scary to hear? Or like, what did you feel when you heard that? And then, so after we had the emotional discussion, I'd want to understand where my kid emotionally felt after hearing something like that. I would then challenge his thoughts, right? Because there's our thoughts, our emotions, and our behaviors. And they're three separate parts of us. We don't really understand that sometimes. They overlap. Like, I feel this way, or I think this way, which makes me feel this way. So I had to act that way because I was scared. It's like, no, you didn't. You could have been scared and still not done that, right? So now I've addressed his emotions, then I would go to his thoughts. So say it's something about me being a neglectful mother or a bad mother, or like, you know, I want to get my kid start to have his own critical thinking. So right now I'm helping him develop how he thinks about situations. Like, well, based on our interactions, do you believe that's true? Based on everything that like we've been through together, or like, oh my gosh, that must have been scary to hear, do you think I would do that? And then the kid might be like, well, no. And then I would be like, yeah, I would never do that, right? So that's kind of how I would handle it. I would be like, I wouldn't do that. You want to get the kid used to questioning their other parent and not just internalizing whatever any parent's belief, mine or the other parents, because we do that. Like, a parent says something when we're 7, we lock it into our belief system, and then we don't even question it until 30 years later in therapy, you know? So I want my kid to be challenging the things that his other parent is saying. So I'm going to do that by asking those kind of thought-provoking questions.